All rise. Parkinson's Walks Friday vlog now in session. The Right Honourable Parkinson's Walks Ron presiding. Draw near, all ye who have business with the vlog, and you shall be heard. I've got to stop watching these courtroom dramas. I think it's having an effect. There's a bird just hopped through the hedge. Get out of it. You're not on air yet. Right, let's get to some news sorted out then. Michael from Poland. We've all been watching Michael's progress. Still in hospital when I received this. 5 weeks in total. Blimey, to get you in and out in a day over here. He said, the Friday vlog brings us all together. Cheers me up no end. Good. I can't get over the love and support I've received from the Parkinson's Walks family. Very overwhelming and emotional. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. Well done, Michael. Keep getting better, mate. You're on the way. Now, Lionel and Mary Travels. Lionel says, if you wonder why you've not heard from me for a while, it's because YouTube has stopped me from leaving comments until today. What is it with YouTube? We've all been going through a bit of a session with them, haven't we? I don't know what they're playing at, but anyway, Lionel's back online, and he goes on to say, we went on holiday to the Durham area in the middle of May. Lovely hotel, but on the first day I had a mini stroke. Oh my word, straight off into hospital. It's the end of that holiday. And Lionel now sounds like he's getting better, but blimey, that must have been a fright. Can't be doing too many of those. Right. The vlog that we're commenting on here, then the last vlog that we had showed the old bus museum. And James from Canada, our James. So sorry. I never knew how interesting buses are, at least the old ones. That reminds me, I need to order the bike on my chain, the chain on my bike. Some of the buses were chain driven, weren't they? I need to order my bike chain. James, what do you like? Grumpy old man. Hi Jim. This is great fun, he said, see these antique buses. They were made at a time before planned obsolescence existed and when craftsmanship did exist. Yeah, all hand built those things, weren't they? Brilliant. Paul, West Country Wanderings. Paul's been away a little bit. Now he's back and he's loading them up. I hope you're keeping up. He says, I'm just back this evening from 2 weeks away with a short return home in between to firstly North Devon with the family, then to Legoland in Windsor via Cornwall. I think it's time you invested in a new map, Paul. Doesn't sound too good to me. Michael Miller, that lovely sound of the AEC Regal at the end. Yeah, wow. And he's going to Long Wittenham, home of the Pilning Railway. Oh, anybody else aware of that railway? New one on me. Sounds good. Worth a visit. Pete Payne. Yes, those Bedfords were everywhere. The Bedford coaches, like the Morris Minor of his day. He said we had them down in Cornwall, and they were run by Pierces. They used to keep them in a large shed at Barcelona Cross, not far from Talon Bay. Oh, he said we'd often get a bus from Paul Partaloo. Happy days. Ah, yeah. Sid, that's the new dog, is doing well. That's good. Pleased to hear that, Pete. Peter Gale. I've just arrived back in the Balkans. That's near Romania, is it? Is that the one? A little late this year. I went to my doctor in Oz before leaving to have a small mole removed to maintain my boyish good looks. You can hope, Peter. A few days later I got the exciting news that it was a melanoma. Oh no. So back to hospital to have a bit more removed. I was given the all clear for that. What is it with you people? I thought we were going to have a health warning on this channel before long. Crikey. Anyway, glad that's sorted then, Peter. Relax again. Whiz. David from Spain. Hi, David Bellani. This week I've tracked down the existence of another steam engine. It's in a scrapyard on the other side of the city, destined for preservation. I hope to be able to go and see it. And in the other direction, an abandoned tramway tunnel. Oh, we like tunnels. An abandoned tramway tunnel, eh? Wow. Today we are in the eye of the storm. Yeah, David keeps up together with the weather out there in Spain, because it's so changeable, isn't it? And they've been having drought conditions, and now finally they've got some rain, which is good. It says the sun has reappeared, but more storms and rain are forecast for the next week. Good. Well, let's hope that sorts out one or two problems then. Peter Smith. Those buses brought back some memories. That's what we like on this channel. Plenty of memories. There's a blackbird turn up. Push off, bird. Right, those buses brought back some memories. In the late 1940s, our local bus company, Silvers of Saul, had a fleet of Bedfords, and in those days they had wooden slatted seats. Never mind, we were glad of the ride. Wooden slatted seats. And Jim Nichols, our Jim from New Zealand, says, I love the buses. Back in the 1940s and 50s, I often travelled on buses with wooden seats. How people would complain if they had to do that now. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? If you're on a local bus and there's a wooden seat. Wouldn't put up with it, would we? We'd be moaning. Paul Singleton. This is Paul and Jill. Hi Ron, tuned in for the latest and finding you lounging around in Studio 3.5. Lounging around? I'm working. So the bus museum, very interesting. We love the two-tone colours chosen by the numerous bus companies of yesteryear. Move. Once again, appreciation for the land of the long white cloud, which is very appropriate today because it's a happy umbrella day. Happy umbrella day. Well done, Paul and Jill. Keep it up. The hairy golfer. Simon. Ron, I'm in hot water. Well, Simon, that's nothing new for you, is it? Let's be honest. I bought 2 non-running locos, and instead of arriving midweek when the boss is at work, they came on a Saturday. The boss asked, how many do you need? You plenty. Apparently the answer, all of them, didn't go down too well. Please help. I haven't told her I'm bidding on 3 Caledonian coaches to go with the loco I bought for you. Yeah, you're dragging me in here, aren't you, Simon? If they arrive while she's off school next week, I'll have to blame you. I hope you don't mind. Oh, feel free. Feel free. So if I'm walking in town and some lady comes up and kicks me on the leg, I'll know I just met your wife. Ah, dear. Film. Pilning Station. This is the station that's been closed more times than anybody cares to remember, really. Excuse me a sec. Not terribly warm out here. Pilning Railway Christina says it has the forlorn look of the red car British Steel. Not either station I'm familiar with, but I think we all get the picture. Now there's a pigeon now on the roof. Other people in their studios don't know this trouble. Abandoned Railway Adventures. Ron. Have you watched his latest video? It's amazing. The stuff he won't give in. Once he gets the smell of a track bed, he's gone. It's amazing. The stuff he turns up. And his knowledge, brilliant. He's always got some terrific photographs of various crossing cottages and his old station at Shipston. And he's managing to sort of blend today's look against yesteryear look in the photograph. Brilliant. Well worth looking at. Anyway, keeping us up to date here on Bourton Station, which of course is Bourton on the Water, famous in the Cotswolds, and it was apparently demolished in 2011. It was under the caretakership of Cotswold District Council, and they didn't look after it at all well. I think the inside was pretty well trashed, and in any case the building wasn't original. Oh dear. Now if you remember last time, the last vlog, Ron was standing at the back, as he said, because he had to dive out to get to the Malvern Flower Show to buy some plants. I thought they were getting a reputation of being expensive, and Ron says, was the Malvern Show expensive, you ask? Well, for example, 2 watery coffees, 2 small pork baps, £26. Gee whiz. And the plants have doubled in price too. Well, that's just insult to injury, isn't it? Blimey, that place is getting a bad reputation, I have to say. James again then, from Canada. I'm in St Catherine's for 4 days with the rowing team for the final regatta of the season. It's very hot, and of course I'm missing the OVM, who continues to improve. That's our Sumac, the channel mascot. who's been a bit poorly, but she's continuing to improve now. Well done, Sumac, keep it up. Morris Mannion, hi Ron, weeds, weeds and more weeds, yeah. It sums up the modern day railways in Britain, sadly. I think the word environmentalism is actually another word for laziness, yeah, we let all the weeds grow and call it environmental. Brian Simpson raises an interesting point here. How many people spotted this? Of all the trains, only one was electric. I thought, what a waste of the overhead catenary wires. Yeah, wasn't it just? Yeah, so Brian was actually very observant there and spotted just one which was electric. David from Spain again then. One Ron, good place for train spotting, but only if you're quick. They certainly shot past, yeah, didn't they just? Blimey. Especially that diesel. I'm wondering what class that was. Was that a Deltic? I thought maybe it was. It looked very much like a Deltic to me. You'll get a more qualified answer on that, David, without a shadow of a doubt. I must admit I still missed the clickety-clack. Shame there wasn't any broad gauge lurking in the bushes. I bet there was. I just couldn't find it. Gotta be. That's compulsory, isn't it? Broad gauge rail, Australian posts. Gotta be. Marilyn Balderstone. Another interesting walk for Friday morning. What a sad station. I looked it up on side-by-side maps and there was a lot going on there once upon a time. It certainly was. How outrageous to remove the footbridge on electrification and then not put it back. Part of a plan. Yes, devious plan. They still can't kill it though, it keeps coming back. Trevor. Trevor shot up to the Lake District doing a bit of tramping and camping, I imagine. Well done, Trev. And of course Trev's done his usual on our videos for Pilning, and he's done an in-depth review. Wonderful stuff. He covers all the original layout, everything that was there and how it all interreacted. He even goes on to what you can see round and about today, and he mentions the old car ferry, of course, because that was its main purpose once upon a time. Bob Dylan gets a mention. You'd have to read the comments to find out how Bob Dylan comes in on this. But Trev says, it's a good job I didn't start me talking about the film of Gene Pitney crossing the Severn Bridge in a coach. Oh, I just did. Well done, Trev. Markham Richardson. Your splendid video vividly illustrates the lamentable decline of Pilning Station. He then goes on and describes Markham's idea of what could have been, if rather than let it go down, if they'd actually started marketing it and built a little bit around it. Yeah, you could quite be right, might have been a viable station. Now Rodney Masters, we all know Rodney, don't we? He says, I was reading the other day that someone inquired into taking the 8:35 AM Saturday train from Pilning to Bristol Parkway, which is less than 7 miles away. The journey would take them, are you ready for this? 26 hours and 5 minutes, with changes at Filton, Abbey Wood, Newport, Shrewsbury and Birmingham. My guess is, of course, that's because he wanted to get to Parkway. Had he wanted to get to Temple Meads, it would have been a 10-minute journey, I guess. But yeah, if you want to get to the other one, they divert you all around the country. Blimey, I don't know what that cost. He said the intended passenger didn't ask about the return journey. No, I bet. Nigel Price. Nigel gives us some in here. The ramp you could see was the loading and unloading dock for when the car ferry ran by train. I wish I'd known that at the time. So that concrete ramp thing then, that's how they loaded them onto the rails. Wow. There's a picture here of it in use. And if you go and look on Nigel's comment, he's actually managed to put a link in there that YouTube haven't thrown out, which is brilliant. And the link takes you to a photograph of that station, Pilning Station, actually in its heyday, with car ramp going on and signal boxes and all sorts of stuff. That's worth a look. Thanks for that, Nigel, that was good. He said, with it only having one siding, presumably it must have reversed in when it came from the Severn Tunnel. Yeah, I guess. End gauge on a shelf. Simon again. You're not in trouble again, are you, Simon? What am I getting blamed for now? Pilning, he says. My old stomping ground. Where not only did I have hair, but it was brown. He said we had a storeroom down there in the late 80s when I was outside and doing a proper day's work. as in hard graft, instead of flying a desk, sat on my posterior. Ah, those were the days, Simon. Pete Payne. What a strange place. Even so, it was worth going to, and it really did seem to have an odd kind of atmosphere. All it needed was a bit of tumbleweed blowing past and a shutter banging in the breeze. You've been watching too many cowboy films, I'm afraid there, Pete. Right, he said, I had the infamous Croxley Metropolitan Railway dump near my old house, which in its day was great for finding all sorts of treasure. Live rail porcelain insulators. Got a few in the garden. Ooh, lucky you. Even got some coal from the ex-pannier tanks that the Met used well into the 70s. That whole dump is now covered in buddleia, but sadly I hardly saw a butterfly. I thought buddleias were butterfly butterfly plants. Train driver Rob. I've heard from Rob for a while. Morning, Rob. Thanks, Ron. Great walk around as usual. Just a small correction to the commentary. The platform in use will take you directly to Bristol, not the Severn Tunnel. Yes, I did get a bit confused there, didn't I? Yes, although he says one of the tracks is bi-directional, so they could actually, if they wanted to, use that one platform to go in both directions, I assume. Yeah. Oh well. Richard Wakely. Good day. A small correction. Oh, they're all I didn't know. The ferry was the new passage ferry. Excuse me. Sorry about that. The ferry was the new passage ferry. The branch was originally the main line to the ferry before it was replaced by the Severn Tunnel and was later made into a loop connecting it to the Severn Beach line. Thank you very much for that information, Richard. Right, Geoffrey Stevens winds us up today. Romantic it is not. I agree. I wandered round it a few months ago. Not much to see, and the nearby bend in the road by the railway bridge isn't a friendly spot for pedestrians. No, it's not a friendly spot for anything, I don't think. A right angled turn into that one. The Friends of Suburban Bristol Railways would seem to have their work cut out trying to get this place improved. But it's still possible. Yeah, nothing's impossible. Give it a go, guys. We're all behind you. Right, in a few seconds then we'll have Film Club, where I dig out old films and bits of films and goodness knows what. And this week we're going to have Padstow at Eventide. This hasn't had an airing for 12 months or so, so we'll give that a shot, so get on with that. And then next week's film is Westerleigh gas sidings. This was recommended by our Andrew Merriman some while ago, and it's part of what used to be the Gloucester to Bristol railway. This bit of it is still being worked as far as the gas works, but of course the main line now goes somewhere else. But yeah, this is a siding, then it turns off and heads down and ends up in the gas works, so should be easy to find, you'd think, wouldn't you? Live rail? We'll see. So I'll meet you down there then at Westerleigh next Friday. Don't be late.
When midnight comes, good people home would tread, Seek now your blankets and your feather bed. Home is the rover, his journey's over. He'll up the night time to old John of dreams. Yield up the night time to old John of dreams. Across the hills the sun has gone astray. Tomorrow's cares are many dreams away. The stars are flying, your candles dying. Yield up the darkness to old John of dreams. Yield up the dark